right. Okay, so our next one is how to build the best go-to-market teams in the world. You guys ready for this? Woo! All right, Hunt Club, please come on up and introduce yourselves.
Awesome. Thank you to Ryan, to Amy, to the Fullcast team. I'm Jeremy Barris. I lead go-to-market executive search at Hunt Club. We've been partners at Fullcast for a couple of years now, and it's been so great to see the company grow and evolve during that time. Want to welcome our two panelists up here. So to my immediate right is Chris Alsbach. So Chris most recently was head of go-to-market strategy and operations at Workwhile, which is a Series B marketplace for hourly workers, and spent almost 6 years leading go-to-market strategy at UiPath. And then Pete Turham.
Having a clear strategy, having a scorecard, having a process, which I know has come up multiple times in multiple panels around how you're going to assess AI competencies, particularly for new hires, I think will allow you to build an AI-first culture with allowing the great people that are there and the great new people to be successful that come in.
Yeah, I would almost build that AI competency into the interview process through some type of a live prompt or a show and tell process. I would love to hear if anyone else in the room has a secret for how to test for this. I don't think it's a gotcha scenario where you put somebody on the spot. I think you give them a little bit of advance notice. Hey, make sure you've got a horizontal tool like a Claude or a ChatGPT or a Gemini ready to go. And we're gonna have a conversation and I wanna see how you interact with it. Are you able to, be nimble on the fly? Are you able to get 10x the return out of your initial output that you're getting from whatever tool you're using? Those are some of the things that I would want to assess just from like a mindset perspective of, are you leveraging AI? Are you familiar with it? And maybe what are some of the workflows that you've thought about retooling, if you even haven't retooled it yourself?
We have one client right now doing that with candidates in an active search where they're actually the first step of every process. They are mandating candidates interact with this AI bot character of sorts as kind of an initial filter before they speak to the live team. One of the questions kind of building off of this that we've seen at Hunt Club over the last month or so is a role that's a bit obscure, but would love your thoughts on it, go-to-market engineer. Curious, Pete, I'll start with you on this. Curious, what is this role, right? What does it mean? Why are we all of a sudden seeing this come out of nowhere? And what is the desired impact of a role like this within an org?
Yeah, I think this conversation started more than a month ago, and there's hypotheses that Clay has manufactured this role, and they're the ones promoting it, and it's a big marketing campaign that you need a go-to-market engineer on your team to basically run Clay. But kind of behind the scenes, what we're seeing more regularly is two things. One is, are you an AI native company or are you augmenting your team with AI? And I think though that clarification and identification of what sort of company you are is really important. But what we're really encouraging, rather than go out and hire this role or go out and say that you need somebody new, is one, going back to assessing the team that exists there, and then actually defining who is the AI, the go-to-market engineer that exists on your team. And it could be on somebody on RevOps, it could be a developer, it could be somebody that's just super passionate about the tooling that exists in the market, and allowing them to own the strategy for now. At a certain point, when it becomes more complicated, more of a distraction, you put this remit under RevOps, under go-to-market ops, or you perhaps go out and actually hire somebody with the title of go-to-market engineer that is driving the AI strategy, because we know the folks that aren't thinking about AI. I talked to a $100 million insurtech company the other day, no conversations about AI internally. It's mind-boggling to a certain extent, but then there's the other side where they're like, we saw our peers go hire a go-to-market engineer and we need to go do that. We need to go hire an AI engineer. But I think just having a clear strategy around who owns AI within the organization is all you need to think about at this point.
Yeah, and is it the go-to-market engineer, or is it a collection of folks in a AI center of excellence, right? Could it be a go-to-market engineer on the GTM side? Could it be a representative from finance that's a champion for finance use cases, as well as somebody from product too? Go-to-market engineer, I think it's an interesting topic. I feel like we could spend the entire day on it, but I do think that it's a really unique profile. I think it's a technical profile, but also somebody that has a lot of commercial exposure. So I would think even a former BDR, former velocity or mid-market salesperson that wants to own the tech stack and wants to really drive or use AI to drive efficiency in an existing process. So like an outbound, you have to have like an outbound process that is starting to mature. You can't just hire a go-to-market engineer if you haven't even baked out what your sales process looks like. But yeah, I'm gonna pause there because I think that's too much.
Last question for you guys. You both have hired teams, built teams. Has AI changed what you look for, what you will look for in the future? When you think about the profile of sales leaders, marketing leaders, RevOps leaders, how has AI changed at all? Kind of the archetype of that, and how would you adapt and adjust your team towards that as well?
I think adapt is a really critical word. I want somebody who's adaptable. I feel like that's always been the case for RevOps. You have to wear so many different hats, right? But I think today you have to prove that you're super adaptable, whether you're in a standard go-to-market role in sales and marketing and post-sales, or you're in more of a technical, strategic role like RevOps. That adaptability is key. And then I think folks are needing, myself included, needing to be more and more technical. We're living in a world now where the best programming language is the English language, which is kind of cool. So the technology is there, like we have to embrace it. But it's that level of adaptability that I think is really critical.
Yeah, I'd say I'm more of a simpleton here, and I think it's just getting back to basics. I think things are confusing. Different initiatives within an organization are moving really fast, and so it just goes back to good communication, bringing folks along with you, building real relationships, so when the tool replaces someone or something, that like it's not as big of a distraction as it potentially could be. And so I'd say like just talk to your people and build real relationships and communicate often.
Awesome. Thank you guys. Appreciate it.
Thanks, everybody.
Thanks so much.